Good morning everybody. So today's word is long. Now my first idea on this was to draw Rapunzel and her long hair and to make an abstract version of her maybe lifting girders up a skyscraper or something like that. However, after underwater I didn't really think I should do another landscape illustration with loads and loads of details. I didn't want to start repeating myself, and I'd like to try and make every day its own interesting idea, just to keep experimenting with different types of composition, especially as that's definitely something that I'm already identifying to plan ahead more, experiment more. So instead I decided to make this a single subject shot focusing on a modern style Rapunzel. After losing the brush pen section of yesterday's video, I wanted to try the medium out again and thought the hair on this Rapunzel would be a really good feature to try that out on. I tried to keep it really graphical and used a lot of block black and white curves and different shapes rather than relying on shading as much as I had in the previous pieces, especially watercolour shading was something that I didn't want to do in this piece. As I was completing the bulk part of the line work of this girl, I began to think the style of the girl reminded me a lot of the work of Graham Sutherland, who's an artist I've always really admired, especially for the use of his colours and the more abstract and almost creepy subject matter that he uses in his paintings. Inspired from him, I decided to take my more sharp magenta ink and block out a really strong background behind my Rapunzel. I then used loose amounts of brushwork to add a little bit of shade and light reflected almost from this background onto the girl to just add a bit more depth to her figure. I'm pretty happy with this piece, but it does highlight to me again the need to keep working with the brush pen, as at times I really felt the constraints of how well I can work with that medium especially. I just don't have that smoothness of line that I feel that I have with the fine liner, and I really want to master that ability, and I think that this kind of was a good example of showing that, and I think that it'll be really interesting to keep trying to use it this month and just build up the practice with it. If you like the style of this piece, or especially the sharp colour against the black and white ink, I would really recommend looking up Graham Sutherland if you're looking for inspiration, because his colour palettes alone would be a great source of inspiration if you're feeling a little bit, washed out with ideas at the moment. And that's pretty much it for today. See you again tomorrow. When it calls you near, calls you near.